Hello, everybody. Welcome to Smashcast. I'm your host, the Retro Gaming Nerd, also known as Chris.
And I'm your co-host, the Archivist, also known as Olivia.
And today we're going to be doing a review on Stupid Mario World. It's kind of late. We were going to do one sooner. We were going to do one, hopefully right after the season ended, but due to scheduling problems and many other things, we didn't get to do it until now.
Yep.
Now, this is going to not change anything. Actually, if this is not going to change anything on our channel, we're still going to be doing reviews via Nostalgia Goggles, which is being worked on as we speak. And that's still going to contain reviews and stuff, but this is only going to be for movies and YouTube specifically. Not saying that I'm not going to do movies on Nostalgia Goggles, it's just they're going to have a nostalgic property. You get the point. These are for any movie. Any movie.
Yeah.
And it's more of a discussion, but whatever. You get the point. So, let's begin.
So, Super Mario World, the story,
Yes.
and the writing.
Now, before we get into that, Richalvarez did a series prior to this, which was the Plumber Knight Returns and Stupid Mario Brothers, which I believe this one comes into the middle.
Yeah, this one is the sequel to Stupid Mario Brothers.
The pre-sequel, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So...
Borderlands for the win. But, so yeah.
So let's get started. So story and writing.
Well, mainly story, then we'll do writing. I want to keep that separate.
Okay, so the gist of the story is it starts out with Mario and Luigi are in the real world still. This is after it, and
they come back to the real world.
Yeah, they come back to the real world, and they try to resume their life again, and naturally, hijinks ensue.
Yeah, there's I believe Scott Masters, is that his name?
Yes, Scott Masters.
Scott Masters comes back and claims to be a
IRS agent.
And house money stuff, and they find out that's bogus. And then a real plot ensues. Spoilers, by the way. A real plot ensues. There's a villain that comes, and Mario has to fight the villain. We don't find out what happens after that, because that's where the season ends. There are new characters that are added. There are so many things in this, and actually it was very funny and enjoyable throughout most of the episodes. Now, there were some episodes that didn't feel super enjoyable, but we'll talk about that in depth when we talk about the writing. I thought the writing was really good.
Yeah, it has some really good comedic timing. Some really good. They do have a good. They've always had a good flair for drama.
Yeah.
And the characters always feel pretty real, which
Actually,
is great.
Speaking of characters, there's one that's from Final Fantasy VIII, which is Squall. And can I mention, I don't like Final Fantasy VIII, and I love Final Fantasy. I love all the Final Fantasies. I do like 8, but I don't love it. It's not the game. It's that game that I have to be in a specific mood to play, because not Cloud. I've been playing so much of 7 lately, because Leon, I just don't like his character in that game. They really try to make you go, oh, he's really cool, he's really good, but I didn't like him. So, here's the thing, Square Enix, take note, hire Richie if you're ever going to go back to making anything with Leon, because, I don't know if he wrote it, I don't know who wrote this season, I'm assuming he wrote it, so, he actually made Leon a likable character.
And that's saying
And I legitly dislike Leon. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is about Leon. I just don't like him. I think it's probably because of his lone wolf attitude in the games. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
And it's not that he's all bad. And this is this is just an excuse for me to talk about Final Fantasy.
Chris.
You know darn well you want to join in, but legitly though, I'm actually surprised that I liked Leon. He actually made Leon a likable character to a point where I actually went back and played 8 and then realized why I dislike Leon. So, so yeah. Other characters like Mario and Luigi have not missed a beat.
No, they
Princess Daisy has came back with full force. Last time Daisy was here, I was kind of like, oh, okay. Now she actually plays an important role, and I actually like Jackie, right?
Yeah, Jackie actually plays
an amazing Daisy.
Yeah.
I think she's a really good Daisy, and it's actually just really cool, because once again, I'm gonna get hate for this one, I don't actually like Daisy that much, in reality. And realistically, Daisy being in this makes me once again like Daisy, because, they wrote her really well.
Yeah, they really did.
Not only has she been written well, but she's also been acted really well, but that's acting, we'll talk about that next.
Yeah, it's also nice we see Matthew Thomas Provenzel come back.
For a short amount of time, but Wario and those episodes are good.
Yeah, those were fun.
Another character, I don't know his name, but he's one of the pirates, the one that guards the treasure. You know what I'm talking about. Don't even act like you don't.
The guy with is it named Frank? Or
I don't know his name. I don't know his name, but I love him. The pirate guy, the one that Mario got the beam sword.
Oh, he's not a pirate, but yeah, him.
Isn't he? I thought he was a pirate because
he
was associated.
Been a pirate.
Yeah, I thought because he was associated with Pirate Treasure.
Okay.
You didn't watch
Frank.
that. Yeah,
but
Frank,
he's
whatever.
cool.
But I
like
love him. I love him to death.
He's great.
Who else is there?
Julian reprises his role as Snake.
Yeah, which is also really good. We're talking about characters now. Let's just say characters. Julian returns as Snake, which is, once again, I think great.
Yeah,
Julian is great. Julian, man, I'm not going to do any more Richalvarez reviews without permission.
Yeah.
Because, I think it's better to get permission from a YouTube creator before you just go off and review things.
That
But man, can I say Julian has also came back in full storm, not only in this, but in The Plumber Knight Returns.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, Julian's character is just amazing in that. But we can't talk about that because we don't have permission from that series. So,
Moving on.
So we'll have to ask when that one's done, or we'll have to ask him, via YouTube. And you know how hard that is for people to read comments. So we might never do a review on that. But
moving forward.
But no, Julian Returns is pretty awesome. I don't know who plays Linkle.
But she's great.
But she's really cool.
Yeah.
There is some problems with Linkle, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I don't know her name either, but the woman who plays Pauline comes back.
Yeah, Pauline also is pretty good,
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that later when it comes to our thoughts specifically. And, there's Rosalina as well.
Yeah, Rosalina.
Which is short-lived, but that's cool. And then there's Rathnar.
Yeah.
The one thing I disagree with, but once again, we'll talk about that later in the actual our thoughts on that.
Yeah.
So there's that. Rathnar is the character that's the main baddie of the series. I'm not going to spoil it. Me and Olivia will make a spoiler review for that.
Yeah.
Because he's a spoiler in himself. And if we give a spoiler, whoopsie doodle. But,
All right.
I'm sorry that was childish, but I had to. What are you going to do? What are you going to get at?
I totally forgot now. Where are we going?
So should we go to, so we did story, right?
Yeah.
We did characters?
Yeah.
Writing?
We're kind of skirted around that one.
Writing?
I think so.
We don't have to say much. The writing was great.
Well, yeah, no, so we're good with that. I guess acting now.
Oh, okay. See, acting was actually really well done, surprisingly. Now, there was some parts that were kind of but it's a YouTube series. What do you expect? Are you expecting this to be, so for me, YouTube is on a level. It's going to be like, if it's like movie level acting, I'll be surprised. I'll be really surprised. But this is YouTube level acting, which is actually really good in my opinion, because they still make some of the characters believable. I don't question that many characters as much,
Yeah.
I mean, let me be real here, though. There's a lot of really, really, really bad YouTube series out there.
Oh, yeah.
And this is nowhere close to it.
Yeah, no, it definitely is not. I gotta say, I'm really impressed with the level of acting I'm seeing in here. I know...
It's not the greatest.
But they're damn good.
But they can pull it off.
It's like, I know a good part of it probably comes from a lot of these people being very comfortable with their roles because they do it really well. And I've seen... over these years, we've really watched Richie, Chris, Julian, and Matt really grow as actors. And everyone. And it's, everyone. So it's really cool. I forgot, Ness came back, which was cool.
I forgot about that. He kind of came and went, though.
Yeah, he was fast. Anyway, then there's also all these new actors that are now in their series. They're also really good. I'm actually quite impressed.
Yeah, honestly, I thought that there'd be a weak link here, because there normally is when a series like this comes around.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm not seeing anything yet, or now.
That's what it was, cinematography. Cinematography for this was good, but I would say that it wasn't... let me put it this way. I'd say that it flowed better than I thought it would, because looking at it now, I don't remember it, but it flowed more like not realistic, but kind of like you were there kind of shot, which I really do like, versus instead of it being filmed like a movie with all these panning and sweeping and,
No, it's much more comfortable.
Also, it followed every rule in filming, so...
So, good job, guys.
Yeah, sweetie, remember, you gotta remember where we're at here. The cinematography was great, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
For what it was, because trust me, it's really easy for a YouTube series to laze it out, and this one didn't. Now, it didn't have every angle that I could personally love, but once again, YouTube series.
Well, not to mention, it's also in the typical in Richalvarez's style, just he cleaned it up from previous stuff.
It's actually, I wouldn't say it's like his style. His style, it's like better than his style was. So.
Well, no, I said it improved.
Oh, yeah. Well, you said it is his style. I wouldn't say it is his style, but I think it's a newer version of his style versus the old videos.
Right.
So,
let's see.
So you want to go to thoughts now?
Yeah, might as well.
All right. So here's where the spoilers might come in on our thoughts. So we'll go more in depth with the spoilers. like way more in depth. But
Yeah.
the spoiler reviews is just gonna be our thoughts in general. But this is gonna be our thoughts on stuff like that. Linkle's costume.
It's really good.
Yeah, I think costuming in this was great, in my opinion, when it comes to this.
They really did a nice job.
Because, once again, YouTube series could really lazy this one out. No. The only thing I think they didn't have was Linkle's, compass, but...
Well, how are you going to get a compass?
That's
like
not
almost
that hard. It's really easy to get it. But my question is, why would that matter? It's not like,
Right.
Yes, I know it's important to Hyrule Warriors, Legends, or whatever.
The game isn't even out.
You don't know when this video is coming out.
True.
Sorry. You're just assuming stuff. And no, there's a lot of information on it. Like, a lot.
Yeah,
Thankfully, you haven't been looking into the game. But there's a lot of information out on Linkle. But, so beyond that, I think it's really good, actually.
Yeah, I've been fairly impressed with their work on the costuming and stuff.
Fairly?
Well, I have been impressed. As for the only thing, well, I can't talk about it because of the spoilers, so never mind.
My only real problem is characters kind of stayed a little longer than some should. Like Pauline.
Yeah, I was really surprised with how many episodes Pauline appeared in.
Yeah, she survived, and she doesn't die or anything. The only person that dies is Mario, and that's not a spoiler. But, they're starting to pull the Dragon Ball Z of everyone done it once.
Right.
But,
no, I was like...
But no, her character, she's not a bad character, it's just she lasted a little too long to the point where sometimes it got annoying. Sometimes.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I didn't particularly care for her presence being there as long as I did. I kind of...
I wish Donkey Kong came along, though.
Yeah.
But,
At least it would have counterbalanced it and made it...
a little funnier, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. So, and that's pretty much my thoughts. All in all, I think that this is actually a really good and well-done series, and I'd really recommend checking it out.
I agree. I definitely would have to follow that up with that.
Also, I don't normally do this for people, but I feel like this is necessary. Richalvarez is doing a Patreon, which is going to allow him to do another season a lot more sooner. And despite that, forget all that. I just think you should support him on Patreon in general. He's made some really good content for a really long time and is continuing to make really good content. So why not support him on Patreon for his shows and other things?
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, it's not like he's gonna not do it.
Exactly.
It's not like Kickstarter. I don't believe in Kickstarter anymore. Watch Mighty Number 9 if you watch our ever-growing Mighty Number 9 videos. Legitly, it's not done yet. I swear to you, we're gonna go back to Mighty Number 9 sometime this month.
Sure we will.
Feel like it. There's something in me that's going, this month Mighty Number 9 is gonna make some news, or Mega Man or something is gonna make some news that's gonna piss me off.
Oh, yeah. So...
But despite that, go check out Rich Alvarez's Patreon. Go support him. He really doesn't... I'm not trying to say he needs it, but it'd be really nice if you did it. Because, for more content like his, and, I mean, let's be real here, Patreon is kind of the way to go now. So, we're broke, but, if you're not broke, go out, support him on Patreon, especially if you like his content. Do you have anything, because I like to do this always, do you have any series that you would like to recommend that are like Rich Alvarez's?
Oh, gee,
Because I'm going to cheat here and recommend Stupid Mario Brothers, if you like that. Stupid Mario Bros.
Yes. Go.
And also, The Plumber Knight Returns Season 1.
I agree. You should definitely check out that stuff. That's about it.
Okay.
So, thanks a lot for listening, guys.
Yep, so stay tuned for the spoiler review in a little bit. Bye.
Bye.